community has been living with raw sewage seeping through their walls, across the roads, horrific smells for the past 3 years. This is because of blocked pipes and tons of waste spilling into the Vaal River. Millions were spent on the Defence Force to help the clean-up. What a waste of time and money. The project was handed over to the Ekurhuleni Water Care Company. Government promised the clean-up project will be completed by June this year. Has it worked? My block nose will attest that it hasn't. This contaminated water is a human rights atrocity. Let's talk about it with local environment group Save the Vaal's Maureen Stewart. Very good morning to you, Maureen. So the Vaal cleaned up by June this year. Has it happened?
What a joke. What a sick joke. It certainly hasn't happened, Jane. In fact, we're back to square one, exactly where we were before Erbot arrived. The river is terribly polluted. There are lakes of sewage gathering in the veld, burst pipes all over the place, sewage running through people's homes and in the streets. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. And now you can imagine hearing a little announcement from the Department of Water and Sanitation that they're going to start a program to fix it in 3 years. I think they've forgotten we heard that in 2007, and we also heard it in 2015, and we heard it in 2018, and nothing has happened.
Maureen, I came back about 2.5 years ago, and I did a story on the Vaal. I mean, it was the first time that I actually saw those swimming pools with sewage and running over the road into the river. And I couldn't actually believe that something so visible and so dangerous wasn't being tackled. And then those promises, as you said, were made that it would be cleaned up, that it would be imminent. They brought in the Defence Force. Nothing happened. What do you think is holding it back?
I don't know. It seems that there's almost a secret agenda that we don't know about. I mean, Save the Vaal has court cases against the Ekurhuleni Local Council. We're currently returning to the courts again to involve the National Department of Water and Sanitation as well as Gauteng, who have a big responsibility. Gauteng in terms of the fact that they have taken over partial administration of the very broken down Ekurhuleni Council, and the Department of Water and Sanitation, their own legislation says that they are the watchdogs of rivers in South Africa and must prevent pollution. We have seen in recent times the department actually issuing court orders against 2 municipalities. But this has been ongoing for 10 years and there's no action. It's just inexplicable.
I mean, forget the court orders. You actually want somebody to go in there who's going to clean up the water. But I guess you've got to deal with issues like corruptions and also politics at play around this. What sort of impact is it having? I mean, you painted a picture of the sewage going through walls and all of that. What sort of impact is it having from a health point of view and the impact on business?
It's a serious impact in so many ways, on the health of the people. When you see little children playing in what is probably raw sewage, it's absolutely sickening, and that is happening today in places like Everton and Bopalong. From a business or economic point of view, it has been holding the whole problem with Ekurhuleni and with this wastewater system has been holding back any kind of development at the Vaal since for the past 10 years the situation has got worse and worse, and people don't want to come and live there. They don't want to come and work there. The result is there is extensive unemployment, which adds to the whole issue. We've got in the Vaal some excellent engineers who know the water system backwards, yet they seem to be ignored when it comes to, looking for contractors. They are on site. They have got a personal interest from their business perspective to actually get in there and fix the system and make sure it is properly fixed. Part of the problems are that the community are protesting about lack of jobs. That this can deal with that because obviously more people would be required. And the engineers will also do a proper job of a holistic approach, which is so essential. You can't. There's so many facets to this particular project. There are the pipes, there's the pump stations, and there are the 3 wastewater treatment plants. Now, if you open the pumps, which is what ERVAT did, they cleared a lot of rubbish out of the pipes. But then the pump stations don't work, and the wastewater treatment plants don't work. So you are eliminating some of the sewage on the ground, but that is now all going into the Vaal River. So you've got to adopt a holistic approach. You've got to simultaneously fix the water treatment plants and the pump stations and clear the pipes. They're going to have to clear the pipes again.
It would be nice if they just start with something, wouldn't it? Maureen Stewart, good to talk to you. We're going to keep on this story. We're going to keep on it for as long as it takes until they start cleaning up the Vaal. I was promised several times to my face by the department that it would happen. So we're going to try and get them in and find out what is going wrong.